Hello friends, it is Monday morning, and what I usually do first thing on Monday mornings is I put on the newest episode of the Currently Reading podcast, which is my favorite reading podcast, and I pack my weekend orders. So I have hundreds of books that I got this weekend that I have to process, so I know I'm going to be really busy this week. So as my orders came in, I set them all aside in my shipping closet, and so I thought it might be kind of fun to just show you everything that sold on Saturday and Sunday in my shop this week. So let's take a look. I'm just going to walk you through all of the books. It's only about like 20 orders, so let's just have a quick little peek before I get these wrapped and packed up and shipped to their new owners. Okay, here are all of my orders. I am in my little closet where I pack everything up. So over yesterday and the day before, Saturday and Sunday, as my orders came in, I kind of took it upon myself to just go ahead and find the books, print out the packing slips, write my thank you cards, and then tuck it into the book because I have so many books to go through this week. I know I'm going to be very busy, so this made it so it wouldn't take me quite so long to pack my orders today. I just took that sticker off so I can show you what it looks like inside my little homemade envelope. I've got a thank you card that I write a little note, and then the packing slip that shows what they bought, and I put those together, and I take a piece of paper. This is from a golden book of what I want to be when I grow up. And I just fold it just like this. And I place this little sticker right there that says thank you. Stick it good. Looks like we might need a little bit of tape on this edge, so here's my tape. And I'll just go ahead and tape that together right there. And there's my little envelope, so that gets tucked in here. So let's take a look at what I sold over the last 2 days. This is an absolutely gorgeous school book. It's called Our Little Neighbors at Work and Play. It's one of the prettiest school books I've found in a long time, and I wasn't surprised that it sold right away. So this is a little social studies book, and it is just beautiful. So pretty. Kind of sad to see that one go. You might be able to hear my dog chewing on her new bone, by the way, so sorry about that. This is a child's book of country stories. I also got this week. This is a classic book, and this is just a newer edition. I think that was from the 1990s. And then I sold Flying Animals, which I also got this week. This is all about animals that fly and how they fly. So that's the Golden Library of Knowledge. Then I sold this little Mary Engelbreit Autumn book. Got all kinds of crafting ideas in there. Cute little checkered pattern. I always buy Mary Engelbreit books. It's kind of sentimental for me because in my last town, anytime I went to the post office, I always dealt with the same nice woman. And she liked books, and she happened to mention to me that she liked Mary Engelbreit. So anytime I found a Mary Engelbreit book, I would just give it to her. So I still buy them, but now I just sell them. Okay, so this is Jane Austen, 7 novels. This is a Barnes & Noble edition from 2006 or 2007, something like that. This one sold right away. I had somebody message me asking if I would ship this to them in Canada, and they told me it was green, and I was like, I don't think that's green. I think that's gray. But it's kind of hard to tell. When I looked back on my photographs, I could definitely see how somebody would think it was green. Flicka, Ricka, Dicka, and the Big Red Hen. The book is obviously just darling. I've had this one for a while, so I had to dig around and find where I had it. But Flicka, Ricka, and Dicka was, oh, look at that, the hawk. They scared it away just in time. There was a bunch of books in this series, and this one is just about the Big Red Hen. So there's a little library card in there in the little pocket. Okay, let's see. This book is called Little Raccoon and the Thing in the Pool. It's got some pretty heavy spine damage there, but it's a read it yourself book, and I just got this and put it in the shop this week, so somebody saw it and got it right away. Definitely one of the heavier wear books. I never can predict what's going to sell and what's not. And I think that person also bought this Ducks Don't Get Wet, which is a Let's Read and Find Out science book. And then Frogs, Toads, Lizards, and Salamanders. This is a fabulous nonfiction reference book for kids. It's just written in a different way that I think is really enjoyable and useful for children. So all kinds of lizards there. Okay, I'll put those back together. Then I sold these two Willa Cather books. I actually sold these to a friend of mine who was with me when I bought the books. There was another book in this series that she chose to get, but didn't want these, so I got them, but then she changed her mind and decided that she wants them. So they're going right back to her. So that's Death Comes for the Archbishop and My Antonia. And then I sold this set, I think, on Etsy. It's a set of gray vintage books, including one that says Washington, D.C. there, and it's going to somebody in Washington, D.C. I thought it was interesting that it has this stamp on the top that says, "To our bibliophile guests, you can take it with you. This book and hundreds like it have been placed in all our hotel rooms for your reading pleasure. If you are still engrossed in this particular volume at checkout time, and if you would like to finish reading it on your plane or train, take it with you as our gift. But don't take more than one per guest, please. Have a safe trip home and hurry back. San Francisco Hotel." Isn't that neat? I wish they still did that kind of stuff. Okay, let's see what this one is. This is an Usborne Book of Everyday Words in Spanish. Another new addition to the shop. Most things that sell in my shop sell within that first week of being listed because they show up quicker in Facebook Marketplace. This is an Etsy order, The Complete Short Stories of W. Somerset Maugham. I have a little note on here that the person requested that these be shipped in a box and not a padded envelope. So that is a nice set that I've bought and sold a couple times before. Then these are a set of 16 of these quality religious books for children, Arch Books set. So these are, I think, 1970s religious books for kids that tell stories from the Bible. And they have a note to the parents in the back about what Bible story the story is coming from and how to think about that. So I figured those would sell. So when I saw them at the library store the other day, I was like, yes, I think I want those. Okay, this is Carl Sandburg Complete Poems. This is a Etsy order, I believe, but I don't remember. All my orders go to my Shopify stores, so sometimes I don't remember which is which. Look at this little envelope. This is from this book here, Fun Time Crossword Puzzle Book, a Platt and Monk children's book. There were so many of the puzzles that had been scribbled in that I just decided to keep it for envelopes. And I'm so glad I did because I think it looks so cute. That is Thanksgiving dinners. That's the theme of that puzzle. So, yep, this is a Franklin Library book. So this is the highest quality Franklin Library books that they made. These are full leather. They've got the silk bookmarks and the marbled pages and the gilt along the edges and the raised spine. So that's a nice quality book. Next, I have this little Merry Christmas gift book. So it's a tiny little book with just lots of fun little things like how to make gingerbread ornaments, little poems, and stories, and Christmas morning popovers. Sweet little things like that. So it's a nice little stocking stuffer book. And then I have two golden guides. I sold Weather and the Rocky Mountains to somebody, so that's cool. Then this is a French school book. These always sell really well. So this one is interesting because it's the textbook from the U.S. Naval Postgraduate School in Monterey, California. So, and it was in their library. So here's the library card number and the year, and I see the year 58. So somebody checked this out in 1958. It's got lots of scribbles, and somebody used this definitely as a way to learn some French for reading knowledge. Okay, let's see. I've got a couple more orders. This is a book set that I listed a while ago, but I just posted a picture of it on Instagram a couple days ago, which is why it probably sold. Really pretty smaller book set with these nice fall colors. I love it so much. And one of the best books in here is this little Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam that is wonderfully illustrated. I probably should have sold this individually, but I just didn't. I didn't want to. So now it's part of that set. Past and Present, Thomas Carlyle, some religious books in there. And this one is really pretty too. Lucille. Lovely. And then the person that bought this also bought this vintage science reader, Hidden Animals by Millicent Selsom. This is part of a former school library. So, can you find the snake in the leaves? Even without the leaves, a copperhead snake is hard to see. That is because your eyes see the design. You do not see the body of the snake. So those two are going to the same person. And then these are not sold. I took these off of my inventory shelf because I'm going to relist them in a different way, and I accidentally brought them in here. So I'm just going to set those aside. Okay, I think this is my last order. So the first part of this order is Bats. This is a beautiful follette hardcover, just beginning science book about bats. Really, really nice book. I was really excited about that, especially to find a book like that with the dust jacket. And that person also bought this nice green book set. I really like this one. It's got such, like, I like the spines, and I like that it's oversized and it has that kind of school look. Most of these are college level textbooks like this. Entomology book. Making the Most Out of Marriage is a school book. Oxyacetylene handbook. That's obviously some kind of chemistry book or something. Leaves from a Spiritual Notebook. That's the only one I think that is not a school book, and Our Business Life. So that nice set sold with Bats. And those are all my orders. I hope you guys enjoyed looking through all of those with me. This is round 2. I had these set aside and forgot to include them in the first video. So this set is a nice orangey copper school book collection. So these are all high school and college level school books. We've got psychology, the arts, English, geometry, literature, and prose and verse. Isn't that pretty? I love that set. Okay, let me set that aside. And then this is a giant collection of bird-themed coffee table books. So The Wonderful World of Birds, Bird Behavior, The Gift of Birds, Ocean Birds, The Wading Birds of North America, and this gorgeous Audubon Birds of America book. Gorgeous. So I sold those all as a set. And those are going to somebody here in Alabama, actually. Okay. One more order to show you. I sold this set of red books. Aren't they nice? Especially that familiar quotations and this Literature of England. So pretty. This one is 10,000 Jokes, Toasts, and Stories. And then this is a American History old school book. So I sold that along with this set, which is American Heritage New Illustrated History of the United States. This is the first 12 volumes of that book. Okay, so that is everything.